guys, it's Holly, the Twister Sister, back with another free balloon animal tutorial just for you. Fresh out of Twist and Shout. I just got home a day or two ago and I'm back on the videos, but oh my gosh, what an amazing experience. Stay tuned, I'm going to tell you guys all about it. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a fish hat. Why fish? I don't know. I was gonna do like a Valentine cute little kissing fish headband thing, but it's turned into this, and I think he's adorable. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys how to make this little fish by himself. He's gonna be a single fish for Valentine's Day, and maybe we can find him a date before Valentine's Day. But Twist and Shout, oh my goodness, if you guys don't know what Twist and Shout is, it's a balloon twisting convention. Yes, there is such a thing as a convention where people just get together and twist balloons. And check out some of these pictures. Amazing, amazing work by some of the greatest balloon artists in the world. Now, I know a lot of people who watch my channel are new to balloon twisting. Maybe your moms and dads who are just doing this for fun with your kids, or you're getting into it as a fun hobby, or maybe you're even thinking about turning this into a business for some extra side money, or maybe a full-time business. Definitely you have got to get to Twist and Shout next year or any other year. There's also a bunch of other balloon jams and conventions that go on throughout the year. I'll let you know if I go to any of those other ones, but it is by far the best way to grow your business and develop your skills and to meet other amazing balloon artists, bounce ideas off each other. It's just the best experience that I can't recommend it enough. So get yourself to the next balloon convention and I'll let you know which ones I'm going to, and hopefully I'll get to see you guys there at the next one. And stay tuned to my channel. I'm going to be uploading some video footage from the Twist and Shout convention, and in this video footage there's also going to be an impromptu shark balloon animal tutorial, which was filmed in the actual jam room at Twist and Shout by a fellow balloon artist. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. It's a great design, and he said we could put it on YouTube, so it's going to go up, so be looking out for that. Now for today's balloon tutorial, the fish hat. So I think this fish is super cute. Let me show you guys a little closer. I just picked random colors on this one. That's the fun thing about fish, is you can make them all kinds of fun colors and just play with different stuff. So I'm going to show you this guy, the basics, and then we'll show you the little add-ons to make him really pop. Not literally though. So we're going to start off with the base of our hat. So we're going to be using the 7-petal flower base on this guy. So I'm just going to do about 2 pumps there on that, leave it a nice long tail. And the 7-petal flowers, you want to make really small petals. And check out David Brenyan's free video on YouTube about how to do the 7-petal flower if you're not familiar with it. This technique is a great base for headbands and bracelets, but he teaches it better than I could. David's a great teacher, and I actually got to take some of his classes at Twist and Shout. If you guys weren't there, you really missed out, because they taught some really useful, valuable stuff, including how to draw the most adorable princess faces on your princess balloons. It's just like, whew, that class pays for the whole convention. So here's our little 7-petal flower base. I'm going to set that aside for a second. And now I'm going to take this neon orange. I love these neon balloons. So bright and fun. And I'm just going to do about 6 pumps on this guy, leaving about a 2-inch tail there. I'm going to tie that off. And I've got nails. These are my Vegas nails. Our convention was in Vegas. So it is possible to twist with fake nails, in case any of you were wondering. They do stick a little bit to the balloons, but it's cool. So we want to start off with a pinch twist right from the beginning. Do another one right beside it. So we've got 2 pinch twists. Those are going to be our little fishy lips. Okay, now I like to use quick links for this just because I have them and I like to use them. But you can use a 5-inch round on this if you don't have quick links. And my quick link tail is pushed inside. There it goes. Okay. So I'm going to be using the polka dot balloons. Obviously you can use whatever balloon you want to, any kind of round. But I think the polka dots is pretty cute. It's a good fishy design. So I'm just going to blow that up about a little bit bigger than my hand. Okay. Oh, I did tell you guys, I won an award at Twist and Shout. 3rd place in the first ever hairband competition, which is awesome, mind-blowing. I was not expecting to win that. So thank you everyone who was there and voted for my little skunk. Here's a little picture of him. And yes, I will be teaching how to make the skunk along with a bunch of other furry woodland type creatures in a new series I have coming out that uses that body design. The thing I love about that body design, you can make it a headband, bracelet, or they can stand up on their own. So you don't have to like give them to someone at a restaurant and then they set them down on the table and it's like they're dead. They're gonna be able to sit up and stand on a table all by themselves. So all the designs will be able to. So anyway, I'll talk to you more about that later. So let's finish this fish. We're gonna take the nozzle of our round and twist it in these fishy lips there. And then we're gonna get our balloon coming up and over our round balloon here. We're gonna twist it into this quick link tail. Now, if you don't have a tail on your balloon, if you're using a 5-inch round, that's okay. We can just pressure fit it. But at this point, you want to do 2 fins. I guess these are flippers because they're the tail. So 2, whatever they are, tail fins, flippers. I don't know my fish anatomy that well. So you can see it coming along now. We're going to bring it back over here and twist it back into the mouth. And you want to do it nice and tight, but not too tight, because we're going to need to be able to slide some things underneath these bubbles in a little bit. Okay, so we've got this, and we can get rid of the rest of this now. Oh, that was loud. All right. Now on the mouth area, I do like to cut as many of these nozzles and tails and stuff up here because it just gets crowded and we don't want that stuff kind of hanging out the side of his mouth. So just to clean it up a little bit. So now this is a basic fish. If you want to stop here and put him on a fishing pole, that's cool. I think I've already done a tutorial on that design. But we're going to keep going. Just keep swimming. So I'm going to take my, what is this, Caribbean blue, my favorite blue color. Well, it used to be my favorite until Elsa happened. But we're going to blow this up just a little bit, doesn't matter how much. We're going to make 2 fins. These are fins because they're going to be these fins on the side. So you're going to squeeze your balloon, make it nice and soft and squishy, and then fold it over, make yourself a loop about this big. Twist that into the nozzle, wrap your nozzle through to lock it in. Do another loop, soft and squishy, fold it over. Now you've got 2 loops. We're going to discard the rest, or save it, or make a bracelet out of it, or whatever you guys like to do with your scraps. All right, we've got 2 loops here. We're going to take our fish, decide which side is the bottom. Now on the fish, usually if he has lips where one is bigger than the other, I'll put the bigger one on the bottom. Doesn't matter too much, just what I do. We're going to slide one of his fins through the bottom, right here in between the 5-inch round and the 260. So just slide that on through there. And this is all just being like held together with the pressure and the friction. And look at that. Our fish becomes 1% cuter. Actually, it's more than 1. It's cute. It's cuter, okay? Now, I'm like really hyper today. We're going to do some eyeballs. This makes our fish even cuter. We'll say 20% cuter, okay? So we've got a 5-inch white round. I'm going to let a bunch of air out of this because we don't want him to have too big of his eyes. Okay, so we're going to do about that big. Yeah, it's very scientific. And we're going to tie that off, and now we're going to twist this guy in half. Try to get both sides as even as possible, and I twist these around a bunch of times because if you don't, then it'll inevitably happen where one eye is starting to get smaller and the other one's getting bigger. It's because we didn't twist it around enough. So twist it around a bunch, and then we're going to pressure fit it underneath the top 260. So not this one, but this top one here. And we're just going to position that down towards his lips to where you think it looks good. And then you're going to have to keep playing with the 5-inch round in the middle here because it's going to kind of shift. And you just want to keep eyeballing it and making sure that everything is lined up equally in the center, and you don't have more 5-inch round on one side than the other. So we just want to make sure it stays in the middle there. So here's our little fishy coming along. Gonna give a little bend to his flippers here. Give him pointing down a little bit. That's what sharks do when they're about to eat you, isn't it? They're like, their fins, they'll be swimming along like this, and then they see you and their fins go down like that. I think that's when they're about to attack. So our fish is about to attack. Be scared, be very scared. Now at this point, if you just want to make a fish for somebody, ta-da, you've got it. Just draw some eyes on and you're good to go. Great for line work. We're going to add some more details though. So let's do pupils for the eyes of our fishy. So just take yourself a black 260, and I'm just going to let air out until I have enough for 2 bubbles. I'm just eyeballing it. So I'm imagining splitting this in half, and I'm going to tie that off here. And I'm going to twist right in the middle of this bubble. Try to get 2 equal bubbles, like that. I'm going to twist this around a bunch of times to create a little bit of space in between them. And then I'm going to tie them together loosely, the 2 tails here. Ooh. There we go, and I'm going to cut off the excess here. So we should have something like that. I'm going to twist these in half, kind of making a 2 pinch twist, but they're very loose pinch twists, so they stay nice and roundish. And we're going to pressure fit these right in front of the white parts of the eyes. So underneath the orange, I'm going to slide one through. There we go, and they're going to come out each side like that. I need to look at this to see what I'm doing. But just play with the positioning of these till it looks like you have the most adorable fish face that you've ever seen staring right at you. Isn't that cute? Love it. Okay, so now we're almost done with this guy. So what we're going to do next, we're going to take our base here, and if you kept that scrap, let's see, how did I do this earlier? I lied. All right, just take your base here. There's a million ways to attach it to the base. This is what I like to do. So I'm going to cut way out here at the end. Now if your 7-petal flower doesn't have a long enough tail to do this, don't worry about it. You can take this scrap that we did earlier and tie it in here and attach your fish with that one. But I'm going to take this piece here from my base, and we're going to thread it right between his flippers here. So it's going to go underneath this orange balloon, but his flippers are going to kind of hide it so you can't see on the sides. There's an uninflated balloon holding everything together. So I'm going to slide it through here, like so, and then just wrap it back down into our flower base. And now it's coming out the bottom here, and we can go ahead and attach it to a headband right at this point as well. Forget you, I'll use yellow. Okay, so I'm just going to attach it to the headband, wrap it back up into that base one more time, and just secure that headband on there. And then I've got to straighten out my base a little bit again because it got a little messed up doing all that. But now you can see we have our fish firmly attached to our base, and his fins do a pretty good job hiding that uninflated balloon so you can't see that it's just attached with the uninflated balloon there. So it's pretty nice, looking good. Now, you can stop at this point and be like, here's an awesome fish hat, happy birthday, good job. But one thing I like to do to add to this to make it really stand out is add some bubbles. Oh, this side. Yeah, see, we've got bubbles on this fish, and I always like to put bubbles with undersea creatures. People love it. They freak out for the bubbles. It's like the best thing they've ever seen. So do that, get more bookings, get more money. All right, so I'm gonna tie my little, I'm using a 160 clear for the bubbles. I like using 160s for bubbles because it gives you a smaller bubble. You can also make more bubbles because 160s you can get more bubbles in. But if you don't have 160s, feel free to use a clear 260. I know some people don't like to keep every size of every color, and that's fine. If you're a hobbyist, use clear 260s, it's cool. But I'm gonna be using 160 today. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the nozzle of this, and we're gonna twist it into our base, just kind of in the front and off to the side of our fish. And just be careful not to screw up your flower petals too much. You just have to fix them up again and get them sitting flat. Okay, so we've got it coming out there like that. And now I'm simply going to make a bunch of bubbles. I believe it is called a string of pearls in the professional world. I call it grapes because that was my nemesis as a child. I had this Qualitex book, how to start twisting and basic stuff like flowers and teddy bears, and I was into it. I was doing all the stuff. But I could not get, I wanted to make this bunch of grapes so bad, and I could never get it because I could not do this string of pearls. I was like 10, so it wasn't recent. But it was a difficult thing for me as a young child, so don't feel frustrated. If this is hard for you also, just keep working at it and make sure to twist each bubble around a good 3 or 4 times so they don't come untwisted. Okay, now I've got a bunch of bubbles here. I'm going to deflate the rest of this, so I'm just gonna get my scissors here. And I'll cut that off. So now I've got a little tail here. I'm gonna take this tail and we're gonna twist it into the back. So we're gonna go behind the fish and twist it into the back, into our base, just like we did in the front. So we've got it secured on there. And now you just play with the bubbles to get them looking however you think looks good. And actually they look pretty good like this, but sometimes you'll need to make some of your bubbles a pinch twist, like I have done on this one. I've done 2 pinch twists here and here to get them positioned exactly how I want them so that they are kind of going up and not off to the side or down, because bubbles float, so they should be going upwards. Okay, so these look pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna leave it like it is. And that is it. We don't have to do any Sharpie art on this one because we made the pupils out of balloons. And so all you have to do is make sure that your flower base is straight and sitting nice and flat. And then you put it on your happy customer. And now they have a beautiful, adorable little fish hat. And everyone's gonna be jealous and wanna know where they got it. And then you're gonna have a line that's an hour long. No, I'm just kidding. But you will get lots of party bookings if you do stuff like this at your events. So that's our fish. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh, this background, check out this background. So you saw this in my last video. I made this background for a Hanukkah party I threw in December. And it's still like, it still looks good. It's been, what's the end of January now? So these balloons have been inflated for over a month. I haven't done anything special. The sun is shining right on them in here. I'm impressed. That's all. I just wanted to point out that this background has been inflated for over a month now. And you'll probably see it in my next video because I'm going to keep using it as long as it looks good. So there's that. So that's it. Let me know if you guys enjoy this design and show me pictures. Post on my Facebook page. The link is down in the description below. You can put all your pictures there and I'll high-five you through the internet if you did a good job. And maybe I'll share some of your pictures in my next video so all of YouTube can see what an amazing artist you are. Don't forget to check out some of my premium videos that are for sale over on Vimeo.com. You can get there, just follow the link down here, thetwistersister.com. That'll take you right to my premium videos page for all of you overachievers out there. If you want to learn how to make some really cool cartoon characters, we've got the whole line of princesses and even some Frozen themed characters. We've got a bunch of series over there. So go check those out if you haven't already. Lots lots more videos over there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and being a supporter of mine. YouTube now has some kind of feature where you can leave a tip, which I have tried to implement, but I'm not sure if it's working. So if anyone wants to be a guinea pig and leave me a tip and then I can find out if it's working, I'll love you forever. Thank you guys, and I will see you in next week's free balloon animal tutorial. Bye!